Now in 4 News Now, the fate of Spokane's largest homeless shelter is still up in the air when the city council could vote on an operator.
Get ready for back-to-back days of rain. I'll show you how long this streak of very wet weather is going to last.
And a suspected shoplifter shot and killed by a Spokane police officer at Walmart. What led up to the shooting? Well, Spokane's largest homeless shelter could close its doors if the city does not select an operator by the end of the year. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Derek Dice. Right now, the Salvation Army operates the Trent Resource and Assistance Center, also known as TRAC. But that contract is set to expire at the end of the month. The city council was supposed to vote on a contract that would allow the Salvation Army to operate the shelter through April of 2024 for $3.2 million. The vote will now take place during a special meeting that will be held on the 14th. Well, there's no shortage of wet weather over the next few weeks. Let's send it over to Chris Crocker to see when we can expect the skies to clear in your First Alert forecast.
Well, we are enjoying a really quick break right now. So if you need to run out with the dog for a quick walk around the block or go throw up some Christmas lights, now would be the time to do it because that rain is going to be back later tonight and continue through a soggy Tuesday. Our forecast radar by 9 o'clock will start to see that snow moving back in, or excuse me, rain. It is not snow, it is rain moving back in after 9 o'clock, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning with rain across the region, staying fairly dry down on the Palouse. You are going to see less precipitation than further to the north from Spokane and Coeur d'Alene into the Northeast Mountains and North Idaho. Here's 5 o'clock tomorrow evening when we may get another lull. Pretty good timing there. There is a flood watch that goes all the way until 4 o'clock on Thursday, and it's not just the rain, but the melting snow in the mountains that is causing concerns on some of our smaller rivers and creeks. Your forecast for tomorrow, breezy, temperatures in the 40s with rain most of the day. I'll be back in just a few minutes with your 7-day forecast. Derek?
Chris, thank you. A man is dead and 2 police officers are injured from a shooting at a North Spokane Walmart yesterday. Today, we're hearing from witnesses who explain what they saw leading up to a shot being fired. This all happened at the North Spokane Walmart off of North Colton Street. 4 News Now's Allison Martinez has the story.
As you can see, this Walmart is open now, but yesterday it was completely closed following a shooting that ended one accused shoplifter's life. Now, one of the officers who was involved in this incident was working security for the store and called for backup before approaching the suspected shoplifter. A long fight then followed.
I was just like, I need to get out of the way. Like, this guy's gonna hit me.
The long physical fight took place right in front of checkout, which was packed with shoppers. One of those shoppers was Leslie Bittnar, who says she came out of the bathroom to see a man being tased on the ground right in front of her.
He somehow got up and started running in the direction that I was in. So I quickly went down one of the register areas, and he was literally running while he was being tased again.
Leslie says the man was visibly beat up at this point and continued to try to escape police as he was tased again and again. She says customers were frozen in shock watching, unsure of what to do. She and her husband were on their way out when they heard the gunshot that killed the accused shoplifter.
I felt like the situation was as under control as it could be. I mean, the officers were doing their job. This gentleman was just, very adamant that he was not going to comply and he was going to get out of that store.
After the shot was fired, all shoppers were evacuated out of the store. During the initial investigation, Police Chief Craig Meidel says a loaded gun belonging to the suspect was found by investigators. The man who was killed has not been identified at this point, and the officer who fired his weapon was placed on standard incident review leave. Now, the Spokane Independent Investigative Response Team is taking over this incident. Reporting in Spokane, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
Well, sheriff's investigators say this all started when an off-duty police officer working private security for Walmart called for backup when he noticed a shoplifting situation. So we're taking a deeper dive into the roles and limitations of off-duty police working private security. For instance, can they still use force? Jordan Smith joins us with that part of the story.
Well, it is very common to see police be contracted out to work private security at retail stores. It's something we noticed back when Camp Hope was at its peak, where police would work round-the-clock security for the Walmart on Sprague. Now, it's known in the Spokane Municipal Code as extra duty employment. Very basically, private organizations can employ Spokane police as private security so long as it's approved by Police Chief Craig Meidel. And with the surge of retail crime across Washington, this has become more common because store security cannot legally intervene with a shoplifter, but police can. But are there any limitations when an off-duty officer is contracted to a private organization? According to the U.S. Department of Justice, off-duty police are allowed to use only the amount of force reasonably necessary to stop an illegal act. Essentially, even in private security, they are working as commissioned police officers, not as private citizens. So using force is allowed as long as the situation calls for it. In this incident, it began with shoplifting, and sheriff's detectives say it escalated to the point of an officer firing a weapon. As for whether deadly force was merited, remains to be seen. That will likely be answered as more information is released, and it's still not known at this time which officer fired their weapon. In studio, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
Well, still ahead, the Salvation Army has also opened its emergency shelter for families in need. We'll take you inside and show you what resources are available next on 4 News Now.
And the Idaho Vandals have a chance to make the FCS semifinals for the first time in 30 years, but it's not going to be easy. Coming up in sports, see what concerns head coach Jason Eck has about their next opponent, the Albany Greyhounds.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Salvation Army Spokane.
Stay safe while traveling this winter. Before you head out, trust the First Alert weather team to pinpoint the safest times to go and exactly what to expect. 4 News Now First Alert weather on air, on the app, and streaming on KXLY Plus.
Spokane's grand holiday tradition lives at Christmas Tree Elegance in the Davenport Hotel and River Park Square. Fabulous packages raffled to support our symphony.
We want a tree. We want a tree, and so can you.
Travel, there is nothing like it.
Dancing is my passion.
But with my moderate to severe eczema, it hasn't always been easy.
I was constantly itching.
Whatever I was doing.
Now, I'm staying ahead of my eczema.
There's a power inside all of us to live our passion. And Dupixent works on the inside to help heal your skin from within. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema, so adults can have long-lasting, clearer skin and fast itch relief. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor.
Healing from within is a powerful thing.
Ask your eczema specialist how Dupixent can help heal your skin from within.
More turkey than you can handle. Cut the calories and shop the extended Black Friday Super Sale at Furniture Row. That's more days to find huge savings store-wide. More days to shop special purchases. And best of all, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. And decorating your entire home just got easier with 4 years, no interest financing. But hurry, the extended Black Friday Super Sale at Furniture Row ends Thursday.
Some know it as prime rib. Officially, it's called a ribeye roast. We call ours divine. Tender, mouth-watering Hereford beef, aged 5 weeks to absolute perfection. Oven-ready and easy. Divine beef ribeye roast. Reserve yours immediately, exclusively at Yoke's Fresh Markets.
Well, the Idaho Vandals have only made it to the FCS semifinals twice in their history, but on Saturday night, they're going to have a chance to make it 3 and do so in front of a home crowd in the process. But they certainly didn't make it easy on themselves to get to this point because Southern Illinois certainly gave the Vandals all they could handle over the weekend, limiting that high-powered offense of Idaho to just less than 300 yards all night long. Now, as if the defense wasn't hard enough, the task doesn't get any easier this weekend as they're going to welcome in an Albany team that is giving up less than 17 points a game through 13 contests so far this season, and that includes 2 FBS opponents.
They're the number one team in the country, stopping the run, and number one team in the country with sacks, number one team in the country with turnovers created. So, I mean, this is a outstanding defense that Coach Gattuso's put together. I know he's an old D-line coach, and you can see that when you watch the film.
Now, we're still 4 months away from Selection Sunday, but it's never too early to start wondering what teams can make a deep run in March, and there are plenty to choose from in our region. Starting with the Gonzaga men. After an impressive week that included a win over USC on Saturday night down in Vegas, they check in at number 7 in the latest AP poll. After losing to Purdue in the opening round of the Maui Invitational, Bulldogs are riding a 4-game winning streak, and a lot of that has to do with the new faces on this squad. Forward Braden Huff picked up the WCC Freshman of the Week award after back-to-back 12-point performances, and guard Ryan Nembhard was named the conference's Player of the Week. He's averaging more than 13 points this season. And the Gonzaga women are coming off one of their biggest wins in program history yesterday, a 96-78 blowout win over the third-ranked Stanford Cardinal, and they were rewarded today with their first place in the AP poll this season, checking in at number 23. There are also only 2 losses on the season coming at the hands of ranked opponents. That's Washington State and Louisville. And it looks like this team might be peaking at the right time. Now, the Washington State men might not be ranked in the AP poll or even receiving any votes, but they are off to an impressive start this season. They're 8-1 record, and in the latest NCAA net rankings, which is essentially just a simpler way to evaluate teams compared to RPI, they come in at number 28 in the nation. Now, you compare that to Gonzaga, they're sitting at number 31. In the 4 remaining non-conference games left on the schedule, Wazoo will be favored in all but one, so great chance for them to pick up some wins before conference play. And the Washington State women also back in the top 25 this week after losing to Green Bay down in Cancun 9 days ago. Cougs took it to Texas A&M Commerce, blowing them out by 61 points. Then they followed it up with a 25-point victory against UC Davis. So naturally, hard to keep them out with that kind of performances, and they are sitting at number 21 in the nation. Now, Wazoo is going to welcome in South Dakota State tomorrow, but then it's going to be a matchup against Washington on Sunday afternoon. Huskies sitting at 8-0 on the season, so we're going to learn a lot about both squads. Chris, send it over to you.
Thanks, Alex. 0.05 of an inch of rain at the airport today. We're about 3 inches, well, more below average, closing that gap in the 7-day forecast after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Toyotathon is on. Now's the time to get an exciting new Toyota. Like Camry Hybrid, RAV4, Tundra, and more.
Wow. What's next?
I knew I was forgetting something.
She's a wizard.
Toyota. Let's go places.
This is how it feels to do more with less asthma, thanks to Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Imagine that. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic for asthma.
Did you know Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training and education through Idaho Launch? Funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships, job training, community college, and university programs that lead to in-demand careers. Funds are limited. Apply today. Students choose their own path, and Idaho Launch helps pay for it. Idaho Launch. Support in every direction.
One of my favorite programs is the People Helping People program.
Any BECU member can nominate a nonprofit that they care about.
We are so appreciative of BECU and their support for our program. One of our parents, who also happens to work here, was able to nominate us. Our service of the community really aligns well with BECU.
Last year, we gave away 3 grants in Spokane. This year, we're slated to give away $525,000.
Thanks to BECU, we are able to meet the needs of more families.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
All right, welcome back. The snow from over the weekend is starting to melt, and it's causing some pretty big puddles to form across Spokane. That's why the city is asking people to try to clear the snow from on top of the storm drains. It not only clears the road, but also helps prevent a giant patch of ice from forming when it gets cold again. Now, Chris, we will want to get as much of that water out of the way as possible because we know we have a lot more rain on the way.
We do. A lot more rain over the next 2 to 3 days. Then we'll start talking about snow again. We have a flood watch. It is going to be a breezy Tuesday, rain and more rain between now and Thursday, and then the snow starts getting back into the picture on Friday. Forecast wind gusts starting off Monday at 11 o'clock. Will be fairly calm overnight, then see things picking up early tomorrow morning. Here's 11 a.m. With wind gusts on the 20 to 30 mile per hour range in some locations. It's going to stay breezy through the afternoon before things start to quiet down tomorrow evening. Chance of precipitation tomorrow. It is going to be good all day. About the only spot that we may start to see a lull between 1 and 3. It's 80% chance, but it is going to be an extremely wet day and in the form of rain. Our snow levels right now between 8,000 and 9,000 feet. That will be dropping to 6,000 feet Wednesday, finally getting closer to where the folks live on Thursday, and then right down to the valley floors on Friday. But we're also drying out a little bit on Friday. Here's a look at your planning forecast. We'll keep the rain going through Thursday. Friday, only a 30% chance of precipitation, but in the form of snow. Friday night into Saturday, we have another chance of some accumulating snow, as well as Saturday night into Sunday. Of course, we will dial in on those systems as it gets closer to time. High temperatures will be right about average and above freezing, so we'll be doing some freeze thawing, and depending on the timing on these systems, may have more of a rain-snow mix. But again, we'll get a better handle on that as that time approaches. In the meantime, it is going to be warm and rainy for the next few days. And we'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Tony, your parents know you're over here again, right?
Yep.
Great.
Tony lives next door. See, his parents decided to just use their phone for home internet. So when everyone is on, Tony's over here streaming and drinking all my soda.
My dog.
Get internet on the Xfinity 10G network for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract.
We're going to bed, Tony.
Good night. I'll lock up if I leave.
Get real home internet on the next generation 10G network only from Xfinity.
This isn't the end. I know it feels like it sometimes. I know that it can be such a struggle to get out of bed in the morning, to move forward, just take one more step. But you have to. There's no other choice. You can't continue the way you've been going. Don't give up. Keep moving forward. There's always someone who's going to be there to help you.
However you do the holidays, do it together in the Chevy that's right for you. The strong and capable Chevy Silverado, the award-winning Chevy Equinox, or the all-new Chevy Trax. This holiday season, do more together in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups, or use your red tag bonus cash to get $5,250 total cash allowance on this Silverado. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
One of my favorite programs is the People Helping People program.
Any BECU member can nominate a nonprofit that they care about.
We are so appreciative of the ECU and their support for our program. One of our parents, who also happens to work here, was able to nominate us. Our service of the community really aligns well with BECU.
Last year, we gave away 3 grants in Spokane. This year, we're slated to give away $525,000.
Thanks to BECU, we are able to meet the needs of more families.
Lewis Culligan, your local water experts since 1936. The world's most efficient water softener. Safer drinking water in every glass. Convenient, reliable delivery. Industry-leading technology. Here for every water worry.
Injured in a car wreck? Insurance company giving you the runaround? Delays, excuses, and lowball offers. Don't get hurt twice. Get twice the help.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mechanics Pride.
All right, welcome back. The Salvation Army opened up its family emergency shelter today. Here is what a typical unit looks like inside. Due to colder weather and inflation, the Salvation Army says it's seeing record numbers of families looking for safe places to stay. That's what prompted officials to open the shelter today. Marissa Rio got an inside look at what those families can expect.
As we speak, these rooms are being filled up with families in need. As you can see around me, they have all the appliances a family would need. Now, the Salvation Army is still short on some funding for these units, but the need is so great right now, they decided to open them up anyways.
Each unit at the family emergency shelter comes fully furnished. There are beds, a kitchen, a bathroom, and more.
So these are spaces where kids can be safe with their parents or their grandparents or whoever the legal guardian is. And this is for families.
The family emergency shelter can provide 11 families experiencing homelessness a safe place to stay at a time.
So a family can stay with us for up to 90 days. This is really just an opportunity to let the dust settle in their life.
Salvation Army will also provide families with a case manager.
They move from a place of crisis and emergency, and we surround them with healthy community, new associations, setting goals, and establishing hope for the future so that these families, when they arrive in a housing situation, they're able to be sufficient in that place.
As Salvation Army brings families into these units, they're in need of not only monetary donations, but items as well.
So that they can have shampoos and soaps, but then also stuff for the kiddos, so baby shampoos, and we're going to need diapers and things of those sorts in order to make sure that this is a safe place.
If you'd like to make a donation or want more information on how to receive this kind of assistance, you can visit our website at kxly.com. Reporting in Spokane, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Well, still ahead, increasing access to a potentially life-saving drug in North Idaho. We'll show you where you can get free Narcan.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Travel, there is nothing like it. Dancing is my passion, but with my moderate to severe eczema, it hasn't been easy. Now, I'm staying ahead of it.
Dupixent helps heal your skin from within, so you can have clearer skin and noticeably less itch. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
Tony, your parents know you're over here again, right?
Yep.
Great.
Tony lives next door. See, his parents decided to just use their phone for home internet. So when everyone is on, Tony's over here streaming and drinking all my soda.
My dog.
Get internet on the Xfinity 10G network for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract.
We're going to bed, Tony.
Good night. I'll lock up if I leave.
Get real home internet on the next generation 10G network only from Xfinity.
If you need a ride, Metren is here to help. We provide safe and reliable transportation for all your medical needs. Our dedicated and experienced drivers put our riders first. We offer wheelchair-accessible vehicles so you can get where you need to go comfortably and confidently. Metren serves the greater Spokane area. Call us today or visit our website to learn more.
It's time appliances had a personality. Yours. Introducing Cafe, the customizable appliance. Customize your suite at cafeappliances.com. Cafe, distinct by design.
Earn up to $2,000 on select Cafe suites when you customize your appliances according to your style.
Fred's Appliance, local like you.
Experience the magic and share the joy at Disney's Frozen, the spectacular new musical. From the producer of The Lion King and Aladdin, this beloved story comes to life on stage in an unforgettable theatrical experience. You've never seen Frozen like this.
Disney's Frozen is coming to First Interstate Center for the Arts, July 24th to August 4th. Don't be left out in the cold. Get tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Burke's Restoration.
There you go. That's not candy coming from that vending machine. It's Narcan. Idaho's Panhandle Health District just added 2 brand new vending machines to the area, one in Coeur d'Alene, the other in Shoshone County. Now, anyone can get their own Narcan free of charge. Bronte Saratsky shows us how easy it is.
It's never been easier to get Narcan here in North Idaho, and it's thanks to vending machines like this. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3.
You have a lot of people come here to get food and other necessities, and so it'll be a plus. It'll be a real positive thing.
John Yearsley manages the St. Vincent de Paul, a shelter in Coeur d'Alene, and one of 2 sites for these new Narcan vending machines. His hope for these new machines to save as many lives possible.
When we get the word out there more, we'll start using this. People will start taking it and having it on hand, like they were saying, just in case.
These vending machines are provided by the Panhandle Health District thanks to a federal grant.
I cited Kootenai County and Shoshone County because those are our highest rates of overdose.
Having Narcan so readily available has never been more important.
We had 381 drug-related deaths in Idaho last year. 70% of those were related to opioids, and 49% was related specifically to fentanyl. And we see that trend pretty closely to here as well.
The machine distributes 2 doses of Narcan along with instructions.
So the first thing we want to do is call 911. We want the first responders coming as soon as possible and as quickly as possible.
Next, administer the Narcan as directed.
And then after that, rescue measures, rescue breathing, or hands-only CPR until first responders get there.
These machines will be accessible to everyone, no matter where you live, because having access to Narcan,
well, it's between life and death.
Reporting in Kootenai County, Bronte Saratsky, 4 News Now.
All right, pretty interesting to see that just in vending machines now.
Yeah.
All right, but we got a lot of rain coming our way.
We have a lot of rain. If it's not raining at your house right now, it will be soon. Expect that rain to pick up overnight. It's going to be a breezy day tomorrow, as if it were not already unpleasant enough. With a high of 48, we're going to melt a lot of snow. I'd be surprised if there's much left down in the valleys after tomorrow. More rain coming Wednesday.
Yeah, so all those ski resorts that were rejoicing over the weekend,
yes.
and they're like, no rain.
In fact, I got a message from Schweitzer. They are going to close for the next couple days.
Okay.
So
fingers crossed they'll be able to rebound
yes.
soon. All right, we'll see you at 11 o'clock for Nightside. Hope to see you then.